Hello, welcome to Stretford End United. This is your United v Liverpool look ahead, and this is a game that United have to win on Sunday. United have only beaten Liverpool once in the last 10 Premiership games. United need to change that. We need to go out on Sunday, we need to go and beat Liverpool, but more importantly, it needs to be a really good performance as well. So, better team news. There are a few players that could be a doubt for the game against Liverpool on Sunday. Both Fred and Marcus Rashford both picked up knocks in the 3-2 win against Atalanta on Wednesday. And it's also come out that Bruno Fernandes could also be a doubt for that game as well. I really hope that's not the case, because I think that we're going to need the qualities of Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford to win this game against Liverpool on Sunday. But we need to put in a much better performance than we have been over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to talk a bit about the game against Atalanta on Wednesday, because I didn't do a match reaction. But that was definitely a game of two halves on Wednesday. First half, we were poor, we were really wasteful of chances. Half time, we were 2-0 down. That's it, I thought, half time we were 2-0 down. I thought, surely, I couldn't see how we were going to get back into that game. I was thinking, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at full time, he's going to get the sack. But then we come out the second half, we come out a much better team. Really good, we played some really good football, really good attacking football. We turned that game around and won that game 3-2. But even though I was delighted, I was thrilled that we turned that game around. I was also frustrated as well, because we know how well this Manchester United team can play. But it always comes to a case that we only play well when we know that we need to score goals. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to stop doing that. He needs to stop doing that. When we look how poor we've been over the last 3 or 4 weeks, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to change it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to change the way that we're playing. He needs to change the midfield, because I might be sounding like a stacked record here, but to be fair to Fred, before I go on to that point, to be fair to Fred had a decent game on Wednesday against Atalanta, and I'm one of Fred. I've criticised Fred quite a lot over the last season or so, but Fred had a decent game. I'm not quite sure what's happened with Scott McTominay. I don't think Scott McTominay's season's really started yet, but I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he needs to stop thinking that that Scott McTominay and Fred is the best partnership in that midfield, because it's not. For me, he uses Scott McTominay and Fred to protect that back four. Now, that partnership isn't working with how poor that midfield partnership is going, and the amount of goals that we conceded over the last couple of games. We conceded four goals against Leicester last Saturday in the league, and we conceded another 2 goals against Atalanta on Wednesday in the Champions League. Now, don't get me wrong, Atalanta had a decent team, but Atalanta remind me of an Italian Leeds. They're really good. They play some really good attacking football, but they also leave themselves wide open. And on Wednesday, that was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should have seen that as a perfect opportunity, and he should have seen that and said to the players, right, yeah, they're decent going forwards, but I've seen how open they are at the back. So I want you to exploit. I want you to go out there on Wednesday. I want you to go out there and exploit them and go and win 4 or 5-0. So I know if that was Liverpool or Man City playing Atalanta on Wednesday, they probably would have gone out and beat Atalanta 4 or 5-0. But that game on Wednesday, we were so poor in the first half. The amount of chances that we missed, and then we turned that game around. That performance we put in the second half against Atalanta, we need to be playing like that week in, week out, not just when we need to score goals. But like I say, the game against Liverpool on Sunday, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he needs to do something completely different. He needs to tactically outdo. I don't think he will, because I don't think he's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's style of management. But he needs to tactically outdo Jurgen Klopp, because Liverpool came here last season and beat us 4-2. We can't afford Liverpool to come here on Sunday and dominate and score 4 goals. We can't afford to lose, and we can't really afford to draw. Because if Liverpool beat us on Sunday, we go 7 points behind Liverpool and potentially 8 points behind Chelsea, and then we're without a title race. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to do something differently on Sunday. Like I say, the Scott McTominay and Fred partnership isn't working. I don't know why Paul Pogba was left on the bench. We got other players in that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can use, players like Matic and Donny van de Beek. We can't. None of us can understand why Donny van de Beek isn't getting into this Manchester United team, because when Fred has played poor and when Scott McTominay has played poor, you'd think this is going to be Donny van de Beek's opportunity to show Ole Gunnar Solskjaer what he can do. But for some reason, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is continuing to go with the Scott McTominay and Fred partnership. And if for results to improve, the formation, the tactics, and the team that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going with also need to change as well. So I want to see either Donny van de Beek or Paul Pogba playing alongside Fred on Sunday. I don't want to see Scott McTominay and Fred. I either want to see Fred, Paul Pogba, or Donny van de Beek. That's what I want to see. But we've got to put in a really good performance against Liverpool on Sunday. We can't afford any mistakes. So, I don't like talking about Liverpool on this United YouTube channel, but we all know the qualities Liverpool have got. So we all know if we start pouring against Liverpool on Sunday, they've got the players to punish us. So we can't start that game on Sunday as poor as we were in the first half on Wednesday, because if we waste all on Sunday and the players start getting frustrated and the fans start getting frustrated, Liverpool will end up punishing us, and we could end up being 3 or 4-0 down at half time. So we really, I don't want to see that happen. What I want to do, I'm hoping that the way that we turn the game around on Wednesday, I'm hoping that's a positive thing going forward. It gives the players confidence. It gives Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the rest of the coaching team something different to think about. But we need to start, especially against teams like Liverpool. You need to try something different, because Liverpool have got weaknesses as well. Their defence is much better than United's, but there's also weaknesses in their defence. So if we can exploit their defence, if they're counter attacking us, then I think that's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's way of going and beat Liverpool on Sunday. But I'm just worried that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to go into this game on Sunday far too cautious. I'm just worried he's going to sit back, allow Liverpool to have plenty of the ball, allow Liverpool come at us, and his plan will be that just go and hit them on a counter attack and see what happens. But we can't do that anymore. We've tried that so far this season, and it's failed, and we've punished. Just look at some of the results. Yes, some of the games we've won, but some of the games so far this season, in my opinion, and I'm sure in your opinion as well, we haven't deserved to win. So we need to do something differently. We need to do something different against Liverpool on Sunday as well. And if we go 1-0 up, then the fans are going to be up for United fans will be up for the game anyway. But if we go 1-0 up, that will get the fans going. But if we start that game against Liverpool on Sunday really boring, where we're doing sideward passes, backward passes, we're having lots of the ball, but we're not really doing anything with it. We're making the wrong decisions in certain parts of the area where we should be doing a lot better. Then it happened on Wednesday. We were doing it on Wednesday, and you could hear the fans moaning and the players were getting frustrated. If we play like that, if we do that on Sunday, we're playing right into Liverpool's hands. So as soon as that referee blows the whistle on Sunday, we need to be closing Liverpool down. Not giving Salah, Mane any time on the ball, because those are the danger players for Liverpool. We all know they're the danger players for Liverpool. So we need to close those players down. The defence has got to be really, really tight on Sunday. The midfield is going to be winning whoever plays, whether it's Scott McTominay, Fred, or Paul Pogba and Fred, or Donny van de Beek and Fred. That midfield, United's midfield, needs to be winning the midfield against that battle against Liverpool's on Sunday. That's the only way that we can beat Liverpool. Because if we allow Liverpool's midfield to dominate ours, then we are in serious trouble. So I'm hoping Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is analysing how we're going to play against Liverpool hopefully that we do something a bit different against Liverpool as well. So I have put my predicted team up on the video as well, and that's the team I'd like to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer go with on Sunday. Like I said, I'm hoping that after that win on Wednesday, it's a bit of a turning point to me. We take that confidence and we take it into the game against Liverpool on Sunday. But I want to see it. I want to, like I said, I want to go and see it. I want to see us go and beat Liverpool, but it also needs to be a really good performance against Liverpool on Sunday as well. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be back on Sunday to do the match reaction for the game against Liverpool. Hopefully I'm sitting here all smiles, talking about a positive performance and a positive result. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Take care.